Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to go through some essentials and necessities for road trips. But first off, I want to thank my friends and family for all the support they have showed me with my first video that was only like a minute and 15 seconds. Hopefully this one will be a little bit longer and hopefully you can enjoy it a little bit more. But I also want to give a forever thank you for my friend Jack, who gave me my turtle, as you saw on the end of my last video. I cannot draw a straight line to save my life, so if you ever come over to my house for pizza, just know that it's not going to be perfect cuts and whatnot. It might be zigzaggy. Everybody should be doing all these things anyways if you own a car. Now I will firstly state that I am no professional mechanic or anything like this. These are things that I've picked up over the years that has helped me maintain my car for the long periods of time. Now, with that being said, first tip that I will give you all is sitting right behind me. You want to check your tires for several things. First thing you want to check is going to be the tire pressure. Of course, if you don't know how to do this, well, it's fairly simple. You just take the cap off like I just did, take you one of these pressure gauges and put it in there. Now I suggest that you do it in cold weather and before you even go and not even started to drive or anything like that. Second thing is also going to be tire tread. The trick is, or what I was always told, if you put a penny upside down into the tread, and if you can see the top of his Abraham Lincoln's face, you have no tread, and you definitely do not want to do a road trip or even drive on bald tires. Now you just don't want to check one tire, you want to check all three. Oh good god, you want to check all four of them. Next thing you should probably check is your fluids in your car. Now I just got done driving, so none of these readings are going to be completely accurate, quote unquote, but it's best still to do it before you even get on the road. Alright, let's go ahead and firstly, let's see if I can't get this on a stand. Let's go ahead and check the oil. You should know where your dipstick is, but if you don't, well, consult your owner's manual or a professional. Again, I am not a professional. So firstly, you just want to clean it off first. Then stick her back in there. Get it all the way down and pull it back. Now however this is reading, usually between these two holes in this one, in my model at least, is that it'll be too high or too low. But since I have just, like I said, ran my car earlier, it's not going to be accurate because oil's all over the place. It hasn't had a chance to set. And then you just make sure you get that puppy right back in there. Now here is my Freon antifreeze for my radiator. You can see, hopefully, maybe, I can't really tell on the screen, but there's a min and max. You want it somewhere in between min and max. And I apologize, there's going to be a lot of cars coming in and out, and I'm not going to stop the recording every time. Then you got your windshield washer fluid. You definitely want to have that filled up. And you also have here is your bike fluid. That is on a min max as well. And it kind of looks like I might need some, which I will definitely do. Let's just open her up. Oh no, I got plenty of brake fluid in there. But you still want to check these things before you get out on the road. As you can tell, my car is a little dirty. So that is the next thing we'll be doing, is giving my car a bath. But, and the one other thing I wanted to also point out, the windshield wipers. If they're starting to streak, you want to get them replaced. Mine are streaking, and then before I go on this road trip in here in September, I'll be getting that replaced. Well, today I learned that with your windshield wipers, before you replace them or get any replacement parts, if they're streaking, might be a good idea to go ahead and take a rag and wipe down the blades. They might just be dirty. That's what happened with mine. But like I said, as you can see, my car's on a little dirty. I plan on doing it, giving it a little bit of a car wash, or you can run it in through your automated, local automated car wash. But one thing you can see is I have some J-racks up there for my kayak. Well, I can't take it through an automated car wash to get it, because that's too high and all that other fun stuff, whatever regulations they want to put on me. So I'm going to do this by hand, and I'm going to give you all a little time lapse of it. Before I do my car wash, I wanted to give you a little bit more information about my trip that I'm going to be taking in September. It is going to be a little bit out of state, so it's going to be a little bit of a trip, but it should be quite enjoyable. We'll see how this turns out, because I've been loving the new little features I've been able to mess with this camera. But there is something that I have gotten to be a new little hobby that I'm going to show you, that I'm going to be doing for the first time, and I'm going to bring you all, let you all see that as well. And I'm also going kayak and all that other fun stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a lake. But here, get ready for the car wash. Now that took about 20 minutes. Hopefully that's not going to be too long with the time lapse. But the next thing you definitely need to do is dry it. And you want to wash your car due to visibility issues, safety issues. If you can't see them, they can't see you, and vice versa. If they can't see you, it's just an equation for trouble. So it's always best to wash your car, make sure you can see through your windows, see through your mirrors, and go from there. Now I'm about to give it a dry, which I'm not going to put you all through that little time lapse, but we'll go through the rest of you here in a minute. Stick with me. Now let's go over some of the stuff that I pack and take with me every day for safety reasons, just in case if I get into some kind of trouble. Now let's go ahead and start off. We have jumper cables. Now I will suggest pack for your adventure. If you're going to go to a certain city, jumper cables will be fine. But a little hint to my trip in September, I'm not going to the city. I will probably switch out my jumper cables. I'll probably still carry them, but I'm going to have a chargeable car starter, car battery recharger. The next thing you definitely want to have is a 4-way or some kind of tool. Most of the cars come with them to get the lug nuts off of your tires, and we'll go into more of this later. And then lastly, you definitely want an air inflator, a tire inflator, whatever. Read the box. But it's also good to have a flashlight with you. Now let's just say that you did have a flat tire while you're out on the road. First thing is not to panic. put on your emergency flashers or your four-ways, whatever you want to call them, and move over to the emergency lane as safely as possible. Now, once you get there, you want to definitely turn on your emergency brake or your parking brake, again, whatever you want to call it. So many different names for the same dang thing. And then go about changing your tire. Then I won't go into it today because it's too darn hot to do it. This is a completely different day from when I shot the rest of the part of the video, but the process is quite simple. Now, if you do not have the right tools or a spare tire, keep a peace of mind that there is still help available for roadside assistance, at least here in Texas. On the back end of your driver's license, there is a roadside assistance number that you can call, and I haven't ever had to use them, thank goodness, but they should be able to come out and block traffic, help you change your tire if need be, but I'm not completely sure. You want to go ahead and call that number and see what they can do for you. Now, the process of changing a tire is quite simple, but it does take some physical strength. If you have everything, the first thing you want to do is definitely keep that parking brake engaged, period. You do not want, you are jacking up your car, you do not want your car to roll. You could hurt yourself or damage your vehicle. Now, if you have everything, go ahead and take your lug wrench or your four-way like I have here. Just loosen your lug nuts just a little bit before you even jack it up. Once you got them loose, then you can start jacking up your vehicle, and make sure you jack it up high enough so you can put on your spare and take off your flat tire. Now, that's going to be quite, like I said, a workout trying to crank that jack and then trying to get the lug nuts on and off. So once you get your spare tire on, go ahead and tighten the lug nuts as tight as you can, then lower it down. And before you take off, put everything back on, you want to give your lug nuts an extra little tweak and make sure they're fully tightened. You don't want your spare to fly off while you're driving. Now, I totally almost forgot this part. Is we went through the essentials, now we need to go through the necessities. But going back to the essentials, if you're ever unsure if your car's fit to drive for a road trip, take it to a professional. Now for the necessities. Pack for your trip. Whatever you're going to go do, whatever you planned, pack for that. Now that I'm going to be out of state, kind of in the bush, I'm going to make sure I have enough supplies with myself. The other necessities you need for a road trip, period, is you need beverages and you need snacks. Now, if you're going to pack a cooler, I would also go grab yourself a bag of ice. And most importantly, you gotta have some good tunes. Now that should cover all the essentials and necessities that you would need for any road trip or even day-to-day driving. But if I have forgotten something or you have even better idea, go ahead and put it down in the comments. We'll probably discuss it in another video. But I would also really appreciate you guys giving this a thumbs up and subscribing, because heck, I don't even know, I can't even keep up with my own schedule to know when there's going to be a new video or whatnot. I have some ideas, but I'm not going to promise anything since I'm doing this for fun. Now, anybody who does know me, that describing in the comments, the encouragement has meant the loads to me. I probably would not be able to push myself to do so without some encouragement and a little bit of a push. Now I'm going to go ahead and get out of here before I get any more toasty than what it is. It's only 90 degrees Fahrenheit here, and the sun's barely up, and it's just so freaking miserable. So we'll see y'all in the next video in September. Now, but still stay tuned. In October, it's going to be hopefully almost every week, because I have something planned, because I love Halloween. And I have found some very neat places I hadn't even heard of from other people. So if you even have some ideas of road trips or trips out to take that you might want to see, go ahead and put that down in the comments too. And we'll see y'all in the next video.